So how would you classify truth? In the opening of the chapter, you identified truth as being virtuous and also as that it is that it is as foundational as meaning. Could you kind of touch on that and just kind of the importance of truth and what it is?
Yeah, so the issue with truth, just like the issue with meaning, or really foundational words like belief um, or something that is one of our core principles that we take for granted. There's not really a way. Definitions are sort of more difficult at that point because it's just something so intuitive. So, for example, when you try to define meaning, like earlier in the book, I made an effort to define meaning, and I just sort of had to throw out a bunch of synonyms and say, meaning is like significance, meaning is like purpose, meaning is, there's no like, what is meaning in itself. And the same thing happens with truth, because essentially, if you're saying what is truth, you're saying what's the truth of truth, like because you have to have a true definition for it to be a real definition. And then if you're defining truth, now you have to point at the thing that makes the definition true for the definition of truth. So it becomes circular in that sense. But what we can see through just reflection is that truth is that foundation. Truth is essential, and everything assumes truth. So, for example, quite simply, if someone is to say there is no truth, or truth isn't the highest value, the classic point is that has to be a true statement. You have to say it is like there's no absolute truth. Okay, well, unless that statement itself is absolutely true, then it is not meaningful. And so it contradicts itself. So, but another way to think about it is if we were to say, for whatever reason, we just got this wild idea in our heads, if we were to say that truth wasn't something good, that untruth, for whatever reason, or lack of truth, was the superordinate and definite reality. That was the thing that really reflected reality. Well, then we're just saying that untruth is truth, because the correspondence, the reflection of reality is sort of what we're talking about with truth. So as long as we think that we can point to something and say something, as long as we think that our statements have meaning, then anything coherent, anything substantive, anything significant presupposes that truth exists. So just like without meaning, there's no point in talking about anything. Without truth, don't even get started with anything. There's nothing to say.
So if we were to look at a truth like a mathematical equation, 2 + 2 = 4, but then we're looking at something else, maybe we're tying something in with faith, um, where we just know something to be true through discernment or through, through knowing. Do you think that that level of truth is as foundational and solid as a mathematical equation like 2 + 2 = 4?
Well, the thing that I'm saying is foundational is not one type or the other.
Yeah.
It's the concept of truth itself.
Okay.
So there could be various arguments for whatever intuition versus analytic truth, but I'm talking about the existence of truth itself and the
Truth
principle
itself.
of truth itself. So what is foundational is that whatever your opinion, when you're speaking about those cases and you're trying to make your case for the one that you believe, you are appealing to the universal idea of truth.
Right. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not making a claim that there's that we can know that sort of stuff, that like there has to be equal value in truth no matter where you find it, or there doesn't have, I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just saying truth exists
Right.
and coming and it's the foundation to everything.
And then so as truth exists, make of that what you will, but you know that it exists.
Yeah, at least for now, just for step one,
Step one. Yeah.
let's agree on the fact that truth exists because if we don't, then there's no point in talking.